Oh man, the playoffs are just about here and you can feel it. Last night's Wild Jets game was a good one. The Jets were up 2 after a pair of goals in the first from Lowry and Scheifele. However, the Wild came back and got one on the power play to get back to within just 1 in the third. But the real action was just getting started and came with under a minute left in the game when the two coaches started going at it. But first, let's take a look at why things got so spicy. Right around the midway point of the third, DeMelo going into the Jets corner got hit hard into the boards by Reaves. And this, I mean, I'm not necessarily a Jets fan, but this is a penalty, right? Well, it wasn't called one. And while there was no immediate response from the Jets, this seemed to be the beginning of tensions rising. Less than 2 minutes later, it was Ehlers with a clean hit on the other end, but coming back up the ice, Hartman absolutely leveled him at center ice. And this time, the Jets do respond as Ehlers goes to the bench holding his head from the whiplash, and Hartman, he did this with intent. He drops the puck and hunts down Ehlers hard. Now, this was called a 2-minute for interference, as well as a couple of offsetting roughing penalties from the scuffle after, but again, tensions continuing to rise. Now, the Wild were very much in the game here, pushing it in the Jets' end, and then right here, the crowd wants the penalty, but nothing called, and it leads to this on the other end. Barron over to Appleton, and the Jets would score to go up by a pair again. Just barely gets past Fleury's stick, but yeah, frustrating for the Wild, no doubt. And sure enough, immediately after the next puck drop, Reaves is out there looking for it, goes after Niederreiter, and the two get into it, and both go to the box for roughing. And finally, that's what gets us to this. With just 40 seconds to go, Pionk dropped Johansson in the Jets' end and clearly lays a nasty cross-check to the midsection as Johansson goes down in discomfort. Obviously a penalty, as some pushing and shoving ensues, they break it up, then they gather to see if maybe this is a major. Pionk there in the back just kind of awaiting his sentence, and sure enough, he gets the major for cross-checking, which, not gonna lie, kind of surprised me after this one was a no call and this one was just 2. But regardless, just 20 seconds into the power play, Hartman sends Dylan's stick flying, he picks it up, and the two start whacking at each other as the Jets get back at Hartman a bit. The officials get everyone separated, and now here's where Bowness starts looking at what's unfolding. He sees Reaves coming over the boards, and immediately he's on it. Hey, they have their something. I'm not sure exactly what he says there. They have their something out. Watch that fucking guy. And sure enough, as the puck drops, Lowry and Reaves go at it, which again, I can't show without being flagged for violence, but the Jets fans are loving it. And then it cuts back to a replay of Bowness right before the fight, and we get this gem. Bowness was pissed at the orchestrated fight and let Evason know. Now, I'm going to have to censor myself for the YouTube overlords, but it went something like this. You little fucking bullshit. You little fuck. I love how he shakes here. You little to which Evason at 5'10 stares him down. It's like, okay, come over here then. Forget it. This is a scary looking dude. Evason's got the eyes of a serial killer, and you can't tell me this is not Creed from The Office. Bowness then turns his attention to the refs to let them have it too, but yeah, just this was all pretty great. Now, the game itself was basically over at this point as the Jets would hold on to an important 3-1 victory as they now clinch a playoff spot. Helly played out of his mind in this game with some huge stops back there, but yeah, it's really just too bad these two won't be facing each other in the playoffs, at least not unless they make it to the conference finals. There's no doubt that would be a great series to watch. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.